What is going on, guys? Rest of Blake here, and today I'm going to bring you guys a guide on how to beat Crota on hard mode. Now, for this guide, I'm actually playing a Titan class. That's what I main as usually, and for this part I wanted to say we didn't do it on this actual run, but normally we actually pop a Titan bubble with Blessing of Light down at the bottom. Unfortunately, the other Titan and myself, we didn't have our supers available, so we couldn't do that. The reason why we do that is because as you can see, presence of Crota, as you should know, you don't regenerate health, and we actually don't have any, or at least I don't have any exotics that allow me to replenish health when I pick up orbs. I wear Ruin Wings purely because I don't really like using heavy ammo synthesis that much. Now, when you go into the Blessing of Light bubble and you get the Blessing of Light, what's nice is that you have your actual health and then your Blessing of Light shield. And then any damage you take, that takes away purely from the Blessing of Light shield, which you can regenerate, well, not regenerate, but you can go and refresh it, and then it won't even affect your health. The reason why I'm showing you guys this video, and the reason why it's slightly different than other maybe Crota hard mode guides, is because of the way that I take care of boomers. I am the boomer Titan, as most people probably know it. Usually what they like to do is jump up on that ledge where the boomers are directly to the right, and they like to pop a bubble down. Now, what I like to do is instead aggro the boomers, and if you saw where I was standing before, there was it's right where the door is to enter inside of Crota's to go back to the crystal. If you see, there's a line, a diagonal line that goes across all the way to a small bit of wall on the left side of me right now. And the boomer, the shots won't penetrate this invisible wall, as you can see what just happened there. Now, things like that will sometimes happen where one of them will aggro onto the sword bearer a little bit. All you gotta do is make sure you're ahead of that line and you're shooting them so that they start aggroing you. Once our sword guy is finished, Crota is going to rotate to the right. So we go over here, we pop a bubble to avoid those boomers. It gives me my bubble shield, which is really nice. And then we go back to the center and wait for Crota to rotate back to the center. Now, the other big thing is how we deal with ogres. I have seen this strategy done a couple times. At this point, we actually didn't know who had come up with it. We had just heard it from a friend of ours. And oh yeah, I accidentally had Weapons of Light on, so I kind of felt, I don't know, that was kind of silly of me. But anyway, the way that we deal with ogres is probably one of the easiest ways I've seen. And another reason why we also come here and stay in the middle, sometimes there's some people that are really ballsy and like to stay out on that window. Honestly, that scares me. This is the safest method I know of, so that's what we like to do. Anyway, what I was saying though is the reason why we sit in the middle here is because if the sword bearer comes out and somebody's on one or the other side, it seems to aggro that sword bearer to, either the left or the right side, and then it's really annoying trying to kill him. And see, there you can actually see a lot better the boomer shots hitting the invisible wall. That wall directly below me to my left is actually the wall that it won't cross. So I'm standing behind it now because I don't want the aggro of the boomers, just kind of putting in a couple pot shots. Now I do want them because sword's down. So as you see, it's not that hard to dodge them, to be honest. And the reason why I prefer this boomer strategy is because I'm able to do it on both my Titan, my Hunter, and my Warlock. I don't, have to go through and teach somebody how to run up there and throw the bubble, and the timing doesn't have to be perfect. It's just kind of a come on, let's get it. That is a huge problem, however, right there, was when the boomers start to go to the right and hide behind a pillar. That's when you got to call out for one of your teammates, and you got to say, hey, can someone shoot a boomer, shoot him in the head a couple times just so he comes back a little bit. You obviously don't want to kill the boomer because you really don't want that wizard to spawn. I would really kill. And here, this is actually our ogre strategy. As I've said, I've seen other people post this stuff before. Popped a heavy ammo synth, and here we go. Yeah, just throwing out all the DPS on that ogre. I don't know if he died quick enough. That was kind of a, I don't know, what was it, like a 7-second kill? That was trash mode, absolute garbage. Need to obviously work on that. But, a kid. Now, sometimes that Ogre, if somebody stays back, which has happened a couple times, if somebody stays up in the room or something and like makes a mistake, then the Ogre will actually try to go to the middle where the gatekeeper is, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. And here I shoot Galahorn a few times just to create some orbs for everybody, and also to take care of those thralls, because we did have a wipe here one time, and it was so painful to wipe when we were this far. Now, I've seen tons of other Crota hard mode videos, and you know, to me this personally is the easiest strategy. See there, we took a little long to come out. Swordbearer had already spawned and he followed us up the stairs. That was a problem, however when we ran back to the middle he did go back downstairs. But anyway, as I was saying, there's tons of other strategies, some easier than others. Personally, the Titan bubble strategy was the first way I ever beat Crota. However, I didn't really enjoy doing it, just because it's kind of sketchy, you know, being up there with the boomers and everything. And also, I'm a Titan that doesn't run Helm of Saint 14, purely because I don't have maxed out raid arms, and also I really like running the, to me, what I would consider the super overpowered Bungie please nerf Ruin Wings. Just, you know, pick up 4 rockets on a heavy ammo drop, and heavy ammo drops like candy. Like, oh, that's amazing. I can already see one out there on the right side of Crota. But anyway, there's actually a really good video that I did see that made it seemed pretty easy, and all they did was essentially they immediately ran to the right room, and then when Crota rotated to the right side like he is right now, they ran up, popped 2 Titan bubbles, and then just threw out damage on Crota. Didn't have to worry about boomers or anything. Yeah, that's cool and great and all. However, if your team can't generate enough orbs for those Titans to always have their bubble, you kind of get screwed. And that's, you know, that's obviously not a good idea. Then they run underneath Crota to get to the other side of the room. Another weird thing that I saw when I was watching that, oh, here's me fighting to get back some orbs like a salmon swimming upstream or something. But to me the only problem with that was when I saw they spawned ogres on like the first sword, and I wasn't sure what happened. That was kind of really weird. And I was like, you know, oh, if ogres spawn after 1 sword, that's kind of a big problem. We have this already set up to where we run 2 swords, go kill ogres, and then he enrages on the 3rd sword, and then we take him out. So yeah, I mean, that strategy, everyone seems to really like it. However, if you're running with like a pug team, I don't see it as being super helpful, just because it's like, you know, you've now got to teach people. If they don't know the strategy, you have to teach them this strategy. And personally, again, this one is just kind of like, well, as long as you know what you're doing, you're good. And well, there you go, guys. There's the Crota down. As you actually saw, I did end up killing one of the boomers. You can kill a boomer as long as you don't kill both of them. If you don't kill both of them, then the other one will spawn, and then the other one, or the one that you killed, will spawn in a little bit after a while, and then you can go back to attacking both of them. Whatever, it's your choice, guys. You know, I've been Wrestler Blake. You've been the audience. You guys have a great day. All right, bye.